Hi, welcome back to Kawaii Gem Co., my small business jewelry company. Alright, so let's get into how to get your business started in 10 easy steps. So I've broken these down into 3 different categories, which is going to be create, protect, and market. Okay, so first thing is going to be creating your brand. So first thing you need to know when you're starting your small business is, what are you selling? Are you going to be selling a digital product, or are you going to be selling a physical product? Because those are very different. Digital products typically include ebooks, schedules, stationery that can be printed. Physical product, it can be jewelry, it can be all kind of things. So depending on if you're going to be selling digital or if you're going to be selling a physical product, there are different advantages to both. With a digital product, you only have to make it one time, and typically you can sell to a bigger audience versus making a physical product like what I sell with my jewelry. Every time you make a sale, you may have to make that item or get that item produced. So there's different benefits and advantages to it. A lot of people have been leaning more into digital product, definitely been booming the last couple years. If you don't want to spend majority of your time manufacturing and producing products, it definitely is the better option. I personally enjoy the creativity though that I get with making physical products. I really enjoy the process. I love clay making. You know, if you like working with your hands or you enjoy designing, I do feel like you get to be more creative and enjoy it more. But that's just my take, but do whatever is personally best for you, whichever is going to be easier for you. That's going to be your first step. You have to figure out what you're selling. Once you figure out what you're selling, you're going to be moving on to step 2, which is, who are you selling to? Who am I selling to? Like, what are the demographics? What is the age market you're going to be selling to? What do they like? So whenever you're thinking about making a product, you should be thinking about how this product can help somebody or how it'll be beneficial to them. Because when you're making a new product, you always want to make sure it's providing a service, solving a problem, or entertaining them. Because if your product isn't serving a purpose for them, then it's unlikely they're going to buy it. So that's really important when you're first getting started, is make sure that your product is marketable. Okay, before we even get to marketing, this is going to be a great step to make sure that you have a good product. Once you figure out what you're selling and who you're selling to, your next step should be to figure out what is the purpose of your business. So this is going to be your mission statement and your goals. So my mission statement would be to sell art and jewelry that brings people happiness, that is also sustainable. That is going to help you identify your brand. So we're in the create part right now, and a big part of creating your brand is figuring out your brand. If you've never done this before, think about yourself. What is it that you want to accomplish with this business? Are you trying to replace your full-time job eventually? Are you just doing this part-time? So definitely make sure to identify your goals if you want to make money from this or if you just want to do it for fun. So I put this as number 4 on the list: design your product and your number of products. Okay, so it's not number 1 on the list because once you've done all of that, it'll make it easier to find a product that's marketable, that you like, that you want to sell, and that actually is providing a service to somebody. By now, you should know if you're making a digital product or a physical product. If you don't know, go back to step 1, because that is the very first thing you need to be doing. If you decided on a digital product, there's so many different apps to help you create products. Canva is one of my favorite ones. It is free. They do have a pro version that is paid, but the free version offers you a lot of stuff that you can use to go ahead and make your digital product. Pick something that you're good at, especially if you're doing digital products and you are not sure what to make. Pick a topic that you're very knowledgeable on. And if you're not very knowledgeable on the topic, pick a topic that you don't mind researching and getting knowledge on. Because when you're making a digital product, you want to provide a lot of value. Ideally, you want to build a community, people who want to work with you, who want to come back and see you, who want to shop with you again, who want to learn knowledge from you. And so if you are providing value to your community or that community that you're trying to grow, you can ensure that you will have people coming back. So now that you've designed your product, you also need to figure out how many products are you going to sell. If you're selling a digital product, some people just start with 1 digital product. That's totally fine. I personally sell physical products, and when you're selling physical products, I do recommend that you have at least 4 of them when you first start out selling. And the reason I say 4 is because you want to have some variety for your customers. You know, if you're selling a physical product, jewelry, makeup, so you want to make sure that you have different options on your website so that people have options to choose from, because the more options you have, the more likely you are to appeal to somebody and the more likely they're going to buy your product. So make sure that you're appealing to a lot of different demographics. Okay, number 5. Here are 2 things to keep in mind. You do not have to produce everything that you are selling yourself. So a digital product, typically you're going to always produce those yourself. But physical products like what I sell, jewelry, I'm manufacturing those by hand. They're handmade. But you also have the option to go the manufactured route, which is where you are paying a manufacturer. You're giving your design to a manufacturer, and the manufacturer is taking your design and actually creating it for you. Manufacturer is a great way to sell stuff that you can't make yourself, but still make the things that you want to make, right? The next question people usually have is, how do you find a manufacturer? When you're looking for a manufacturer, you're typically going to go to AliExpress or Alibaba. You can use the website or the app for Alibaba or AliExpress, where you can look for manufacturers to create your product. If you're picking a manufacturer to sell from, you want to make sure that they are verified, have a customer base, have reviews up. You guys will go over colors, everything like that. They'll send you a sample. If you like the sample, then you can go ahead and go with the shipment and they'll ship it to you. Look at their turnaround time, how long it takes them to get an order shipped. Another important thing when you are looking at manufacturers, a lot of them have a minimum order quantity. If you are looking at making only a few items, or you don't have cash flow right now to make a large purchase, you should maybe look into handmade versus manufacturer. I know that was a lot, but if you guys are going through manufacturers, definitely really important to keep in mind. So let's move on to the next step. The next step is your business name and your logo. Okay, you want your business to be identifiable, because once you have a really good idea of what you're selling and who you're selling to, that only makes making your logo and picking a business name that much easier. If you are just completely lost in the sauce and you do not know what you want to name your business, what you want your logo to be, even after you've done all of the steps so far, the best resource you have, honestly, is Canva and AI. So on Canva, you can go and make a logo directly in Canva. You can add different elements. I made my logo on Canva, figure out what you like, what font you like. There are also AI tools. There are a couple websites that will assist you with making a logo and the business name completely for free. So definitely look up AI tools. I'll drop those in the bio down below if you guys need help with figuring out your business name or your business logo, because this is really important. And you want to make sure that everything is on brand for your customers, on brand for you. This is the second part of your business, what I call the protect, which is making your EIN, your LLC, protecting your business. But I feel like this is one of the most important steps when you're making your small business. Get an LLC. And it is definitely a business expense that is worth it. You need to definitely get your LLC. To get an EIN, you need your LLC. Your EIN is basically your federal tax ID number. It is completely free to apply through the IRS website for your EIN. Okay, your EIN number and your LLC will then allow you to get a business bank account. Okay, which is something I recommend. Once you have started your business, you want to separate your personal funds from your business expenses. Come tax time, it is going to be a lot of work to try to separate your personal finances from your business finances if you haven't set up a separate business account. If you're looking at getting funding in the future, if you're looking at taking out business loans, you need a business bank account. They need to see that transactions are coming in and coming out of your business bank account. And in order to get that business bank account, you need the EIN and the LLC. So give yourself the headache and go ahead and get your LLC, get your EIN, get your business bank account. It typically is a fee. In Michigan, it's $50. EIN is always free. Go through the IRS website to get your EIN. And then a business bank account, they typically make you maybe put some money in that account. Typically, it's like $100 to hold the account open. So just be aware that there are different expenses that you will have when you're starting up your business. Research. Use different resources. You guys should be Googling, researching, watching other YouTube videos, because honestly, that's how you're going to make sure that you're the best business owner that you can be, that you've making sure that you've taken everything into consideration. And research your niche. Like, what niche are you in? You know, are you in the technology niche, or are you in the makeup niche? You know, figure out where you fall in, who you're selling to. That's going to be super important, and that's only going to help you more, because the more research you do, the more you figure out about your customers, the more you figure out about your brand, about your potential community. Because the best way to get sales and to build trust is to build a community, provide a service, give value. Okay, and so to do that, you need to research, especially if you're not completely fluent on the topic that you're selling on or talking about or selling to. Some people choose to host their products and their items on websites like Etsy or Amazon, which are essentially marketplaces. The biggest things I don't like about marketplace like Amazon and Etsy is that you are in competition with everybody who is on that app. So somebody might click on your product and really like it, but then in the recommendations, after they've clicked on your page, they'll see recommendations from other businesses with similar products, and they might like those better. And so I don't recommend marketplaces. I recommend having your own website versus doing a marketplace like Amazon or Etsy. Let's get into hosting your own website. Super, super important. You need to host your own website. It is how people find you, and not just how your viewers or your community find you. Other people can find you. If you're optimizing your website for Google, for Bing, for Yahoo, the people still use Yahoo. If you're optimizing your website for search engines, then people who actually don't even know you or have never seen your business before can still find your business. My two favorite apps to host your website are going to be Shopify and Squarespace. If you're going to do a digital product, I do recommend Squarespace over Shopify. I'm not selling digital products, but all my friends who are selling digital products do say that they find it a little bit easier. If you're going to be selling physical products, I do recommend Shopify. They have different monthly plans that you can choose depending on your level of your business. The cheapest one they have, I think right now, is $39, but they also do run deals. So if you are looking to start your website and you haven't yet, definitely go and look and see. You might be able to get 1 month free or your first month for $1 just to try it out, see if you like it. The best thing about that is that you can always change who you host your website with. If you don't like Shopify, you can change it later on. A domain is basically the name of your website where it's hosted, right? So if I didn't buy a domain, instead of kwaigym.store, it might be kwaigym.shopify.store. So a domain just makes it a little bit easier, a little bit quicker for them to find your website and to make sure it's identifiable. That is the reason that a website is such a good idea, because you can design it exactly in your brand image. So you should know what your brand image, from who you're selling to and what you're selling, you should know your brand image. Figure out your color scheme. You keep that color scheme going throughout your products, throughout your marketing, throughout your website. That way everything is cohesive, because the more cohesive your brand looks, the more incentivized people are to shop your brand. You want to have repeat customers. You want to make sure that every shopping experience or experience they have with you or with your business is pleasant, enjoyable, and makes them want to come back and shop again. So definitely have a website that is on brand for you. Now that you have your website, another part of having your website is also social media, okay? Because when you have a website, you can also advertise your social media on your website. Or when you have a social media, you could advertise your website on your social media, which is really, really important. To find people and to build a community, you need to make sure that you have all of that done. In this day and age, you need social media for your business. That's the best thing you can do to make your business findable for people. So make sure that you have TikTok, which may get canceled here in a couple days, but Instagram, some kind of social media, because social media is also going to be a great opportunity for you to find people and build your community. YouTube, I recommend YouTube. I just started YouTube myself and I love YouTube already. I love how you can interact with people, the community. I love getting to see other small businesses on their journey as well, just like me. I started with absolutely nothing. This is my second small business. It's daunting when you are starting over because you have to make a website, social media, the EIN, the LLC. Because a lot of people don't even get started with their small business. People want to start a small business and then they don't actually follow through and finish all the steps to get started. So if you're already here and you've already got this far in your journey, bravo to you. All right, and look at that, we're at the end, you guys. You've designed your product, you've figured out your mission statement, who you're selling to, you've set up your LLC, your EIN, your bank account, you're ready to go. You have your Shopify set up, you have social media set up, you've done your research, you've built your logo, you've built your business name, and you have everything done. And so now it's just gonna be marketing your small business, okay? Advertising. When you're a small business and you're just starting up, I absolutely cannot stress, I do not recommend paying for promotion, paying for views, paying for advertising. Not at the beginning, okay? You're a small business. A lot of that money probably should be going towards products. Unless you're well off, you're rich, maybe you're working full time. All of that money matters when you're starting a small business. And paying for promotion when your company might not even be at the point where paying for promotion is smart. There are some points when paying for promotion is smart, when your business is really established, you want to break into other markets, you want to expand your business. But right now, you're a small business, right? Probably have low audience or zero audience, right? If you're promoting your product and you don't have an audience, it's counterproductive to promote to an audience you don't have. So I would recommend social media selling, TikTok, Instagram. You're going to be selling online. The best way to get sales though is to sell both online and in person, okay? If you're a small business selling physical products like I am, there are a lot of fair anime conventions. I sell at booths, fairs, so those are going to be great ways to expose your product, especially to the local people in the area. And a lot of times for tables or fees at these pop-ups are relatively not expensive, and you're pricing your products correctly. You could sell a couple products and already have paid the price of your booth or your table or however much it's going to cost to sell there. If you have no customer service or no customer experience, selling at local small fairs, small pop-ups, booths, conventions can be a great way to get some customer experience under your belt, to get some interactions with people under your belt, because you need to know how to interact with people and you need to know how to sell your product. Okay, if you don't know how to sell your product, going to those local fairs is only going to help you sell your business and sell your products more effectively. I recommend both selling in person and selling online to maximize the most money that you're going to get from your small business and to maximize the success from your small business, okay? Because if you're selling multiple different places, it increases the chances of somebody seeing your product, identifying with your product, and ultimately purchasing your product from you. Another reason fairs and pop-up booths are so good is because it gives you exposure to other small businesses and other communities, okay? When you're just starting out, your best resource is going to be other small business owners. You can see what they're doing, take notes, get advice, talk business, strategy, see what they're doing, get some ideas, get a feel for it, see what's working for them, what's not working for them. What are they doing that you're not doing? You're getting exposure, you're getting customer service, and you're gaining knowledge. A lot of times when you're selling at a market or a fair, they already have a customer base. When you don't have an audience, the best thing you can do is get audience from somebody else. You're selling like the local state fair, right? A lot of people already know about the state fair. They're coming all the time, to come and hang out and shop, so you don't even have to bring customers. The customers are coming to you. So that is going to be essential with helping you get out there, building your community, building your people, building your knowledge. Is going to be selling in person and online just to maximize your effectiveness and to get the most possible sales for your business. If you are wanting and you are serious about starting your small business, this is a checklist. This is how you're going to get your small business running, get it off the ground, and start to see success in your small business. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, check back next week where I'll be dropping my video on branding your business and how to brand your business effectively. So if any of that interests you, I'll be dropping a new video every week on small business hacks, tips, and DIYs to get your small business started and see success with your small business. If any of that interests you, click subscribe. Again, my name is Simone. I'm the owner of Kawaii Gym Co. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.